What is up, guys, and welcome back to the slightly nerdy, mostly awesome, personally gaming side of YouTube. My name is Kyle, aka Rebel Size, and today I have a new top 5 for you guys. This top 5 will be the top 5 game recording softwares out there. Now, just in advance, I want to say that I'm a bit hangover, so my voice is a bit crappy and my brain is a bit messed up, but other than that, everything should go well. Also, I want to ask you guys to like the video if you've enjoyed, if you found it helpful. Maybe leave a like, favorite, or I meant to say maybe leave a comment, favorite. Maybe subscribe. I don't know. Just see what you want to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. At number 5, we have Screen Recorder. Now, the great thing about Screen Recorder is the layout. It is very user-friendly. And it works really well. For instance, when you launch it, it will ask you what you want to record. For instance, your desktop, a local web video, or a PC game. For purpose's sake, I'll just go with, I'll go with PC game. Doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, the great thing is that it's really simple and easy to use. The downside is that it's very limited. Option wise, there aren't that many things you can change. It's basically, just plug and play, so to speak. So you can't really do anything. If you want to go for a specific resolution, then this is not for you. But yeah, overall a pretty decent program. At number 4, we have D3D Gear. Now, the great thing about D3D Gear is that it has a lot of options. It's very customizable, and you can actually live stream with this, which is pretty impressive. I haven't seen this really on any game recording software, so it is a first, and it's definitely impressive. Now, the bad thing about this software is that it's pretty much the most expensive one out of all of these, and that's why it comes in at number 4. Also, it is not really that user friendly. I mean, if you're not too familiar with similar software or programs, you may have some problems because you wouldn't know what settings to use and what would be better. Now, of course, you could Google some of these settings or ask for help on blogs or something, but that was definitely a con. But overall, it's pretty good. It's too bad that it is so expensive, but I mean, for the price, you do get a pretty good piece of software. Now, finally, the top 3. So, at the very honorable number 3 spot, we have Fraps. Now, Fraps is probably one of the most popular game recording softwares out there. Now, before you start asking me questions, this isn't my account. I do own a copy, but I forgot my login credentials, so I just picked up a copy from Pirate Bay real quick. I'm not going to use it anyway. But this was just for like video purposes. But yeah, so the great thing about Fraps is that it is very user friendly. I mean, it's really easy to use, and that's why people love it so much. You can also, for instance, pick in what corner you want like your FPS to show, and I don't want to say that it's really customizable, but you can like edit some of these settings, like the size of the video, the amount of FPS. For instance, if you want to like record your mic, and this comes in handy when you want to record like live gameplays. So that's, I mean, it's as I said, it's a pretty good software, and it is the most popular out there. And the reason for this is just because it looks so good. It feels and looks real easy, and it is. Now, the downside about Fraps is that it eats your system resources. Now, what I mean by this is that, for instance, when I started my YouTube channel, which isn't that long ago actually, but I played Far Cry 3, right? And when playing without recording, for instance, I would get like 60 FPS. Then if I hit the record button, I would like get 40 FPS. So that's a 20 FPS decrease. And that's like the main issue with this piece of software. Also, for instance, if you want to record at 30 FPS to like keep the file size as low as possible, your game would start running at 30 FPS. Which can be pretty crappy. But overall, it is a really good piece of software, and people really like it, and I get why. And at number 2, we have Dxtory. Now, Dxtory has been getting more and more popular over the last year or two. Now, the reason for this is, well, actually really simple. As you can see, there are a shitload of options. This is one of the most advanced game recording softwares out there. There are so many options that you can edit and customize. It is insane. The problem with it is that it does take an advanced user to actually use this. Because there are so many options, it can be confusing at times. And for instance, if you're like me and you have a 5.1 speaker set and a headset, you may often switch between the two, and you would have to manually switch the audio settings, or you have to manually edit the audio settings, because you might record a game without audio if you don't, which is a problem. But the good thing about it is that for people who want to have all these options, I mean, it is pretty much the best you can get. Plus, it is one of the, well, I don't want to say one of the few softwares, but it kind of is. It's one of the few softwares out there that doesn't eat your CPU, GPU, and doesn't like decrease your FPS dramatically, which is what you want. I mean, when you record the game, you don't want to suffer. You want to just be able to play the game without any hiccups, and that is something that Dxtory offers, and they did a really good job on this. For instance, as I mentioned with Fraps, I would get like a 20 FPS drop in Far Cry 3, pretty much in every game. With Dxtory, I'd get like a 5 FPS drop at most, so that's barely anything. And that is basically why it gets the number 2 spot this week. And at number 1, we have Action from Morellis. Now, this videos, I used to use Fraps, but because like it ate my CPU and it caused, you know, a lot of lag, I switched to Dxtory. From there, I switched to Action because like the performance is as good, and you have almost as many options as you get with Dxtory. Well, no, I don't want to say almost as many, but you have like the main features and the main options that are most important. So yeah, if I had to describe Action, it would be like, you know, just kind of a mixture between Fraps and Dxtory, which is great. I mean, those are probably like the two most popular game recording softwares out there. So yeah, it's pretty much like the perfect combination. Now, I want to make this as quick as possible. I don't want to talk too long. There will be a link. There will be something on the screen where you can watch like the full review of this piece of software. But yeah, let's go to the options. So you can record games, desktop, and you can record like a specific area. Awesome. File format. They added MP4 a little while back, but you can't record at 1080p yet. This feature will probably be added in the future. You can also see that like you can see all the videos that you've recorded previously. You can see that I recorded like my desktop for like the video that you're watching right now, some Modern Warfare 2 and some Battlefield Bad Company 2. You can also record your own voice. This is pretty basic, but I want to show you good stuff. So you get some audio recording. I use Audacity for this, but I mean this is pretty good as well. You can also benchmark, make screenshots, obviously, but here's where it gets good. So you can actually like edit the video quality. I put it on high. This is a bit more demanding, but I like, you know, my quality to be as good as possible. You can also like use overlay graphics. Now what this does is you can upload a logo or something, and then you can like put it somewhere in the video. You can pick where it can be and all that good stuff. Next we have a webcam, so you can actually like record your webcam while recording a video. Now I've actually tried this and it works brilliantly. It works really good, and the cool thing about it is that you can pick where you want like the little video to be displayed, which is really cool. But you can also determine how big or how small you want. Like Usually you'd have to record it with another piece of software and then later on add it into your video, but this will actually record your webcam over the original video, so that's really cool. Now, as I said, you can adjust like the size. So for instance, it can be 1 square big, which is impossible to see, but I mean it is possible. It can also be like half your screen, which is useless, but I mean it is really cool. Now you can also edit you can basically edit everything. You can customize everything that you might want to use, and I mean it is awesome. Also, I mentioned that it's kind of a hybrid between Fraps and Dxtory. So it is better looking than Fraps. I mean, Fraps is really good looking. It's really easy. Action actually looks better, even better. And I don't want to say that it's more easy to use. It's a tiny bit more complicated, but it's pretty easy. And it has the options that Dxtory gives you, plus the great performance, because like the thing with Fraps is that it eats your CPU and GPU, so it decreases performance, and Action doesn't. So it really is, it takes the best of like Dxtory and Fraps and puts it in Action, and therefore it is truly the best piece of recording software that I've seen so far. And yeah, therefore it deserves the #1 spot. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As I mentioned before, I was a bit hungover, so I may not have sounded as exciting as I usually do. But anyway, yeah, I want to thank you. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, maybe comment on the video, subscribe or favorite the video, share with your friends. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Stay awesome, and I'm out. Also, you can enjoy the music at the end of the video. My outro theme. Okay, that's it. Bye.